After listening to this presentation and viewing these next 14 slides, your understanding of temperament will be changed forever. Worley's Identity Discovery Profile, WIDP, is all about developing people. Our vision is to communicate temperament understanding to all people, teaching them about their unique temperament design that was determined at conception. That's our goal. That's our vision. Our mission is to educate and teach temperament understanding to professional men and women called to serve others by means of certification by distance education. And we can do that through WIDP temperament training. My name is John W. Worley. They call me Dr. John, and anybody that gets involved with WIDP, you need to expect miracles because you're going to have information revealed to you about yourself that's going to change your life forever. So expect miracles to occur in your life as you experience WIDP temperament. The book Inside Insight was written as an instructional manual for WIDP and understanding your temperament. It is your instructional guide that will accompany you throughout your life, and your profile is explained in detail throughout this book. This book will become something in your library that will be there forever. You can purchase this book through WIDP organization, or you can purchase it on Amazon. Temperament. People don't really understand what temperament is, but let me explain it to you in detail. People have a tendency to take temperament, character, personality, and behavior and explain all of those terms, those four terms, as being synonymous. Behavior, personality, and character and temperament are not all the same. They are not synonymous. Temperament is the bottom of the foundation of the triangle. That's where your temperament is formed. It's formed at conception. It's your genetic nature. It's not something you choose one morning to decide that you're going to have brown eyes or black hair or white skin or brown skin. It's not determined by your environment that you live in, whether you live in North America, South America, Asia. It doesn't make any difference. It's not chosen. It's not determined by your environment, and it doesn't change based on your environmental focus. Your temperament is permanent throughout your life. It never, ever changes. Now, if we move on up the triangle to the middle of the triangle, where your character is formed, your character is determined by your beliefs, your values, your morals, how you were raised by your family, your uncles, your neighbors, your classmates in school, the community that you grew up in, the way that you were shaped and molded by the people that you interacted with during your formative years. That can all change based upon where you live, and that can be changed at will. So if you're picked up from where you're currently living and placed in an environment that's totally different from where you currently are, your character is going to change and be adapted and molded to that new environment automatically. So your character can change. Your personality, the top of the pyramid, the top of the triangle, your personality is nothing more than a mask that you put on based upon who you're communicating with. And when you communicate with somebody, you put a mask on based upon what you want that person or that audience to see about you and who you are. So you really are hiding behind a mask that is self-selected by you, that you change at will based upon who you're talking to. That's your outer expression of who you are. And it's shallow because it's not really the true person that you are. It's your personality. It's what you want people to see about you, but it's not your true person. It's not your temperament. It's your personality. It's the mask that you want them to see. And then out of your personality comes your behavior. Your behavior can be a combination of your character, your personality, your temperament. It can be a combination of all of the above because it's your behavior, and your behavior can be sporadic, it can be eccentric, it can be low caste, it can be anything you want it to be. And only God knows what your behavior is going to reflect about you as an individual. But the real person that we want to deal with and WIDP deals with and identifies is your temperament. And your temperament is forever the same and never changes. There are 5 main temperaments. And you're going to see this on the chart. This is going to become the standard chart. Up in the left-hand quadrant, we have what we call the IS, the introverted sanguine. And then over in the right-hand top quadrant, we have the sanguine, which is the S. In the middle, we have the P, which is the phlegmatic. And down on the left-hand corner, we have the M, which is the melancholy. And then over in the bottom right, we have the C, which is the choleric. This is the terminology of the 5 main temperaments and their names: introverted sanguine, phlegmatic, melancholy, and choleric. We will wrap some nomenclature around those as we go through the temperament illustration. And as you get more information, we will explain these in detail. Each profile is comprised of 6 different components. It's like playing chess. We have the social temperament area, we have the leadership temperament area, and we have the relationship temperament area. Now, each of those 3 areas is further broken down into 2 regions of what we call the demonstrated behavior region and the desired behavior region. So each of the 3 areas of social, leadership, and relationship areas have the 2 regions of demonstrated behavior and desired behavior in each of those 3 regions. So we're looking at 6 different components. We're looking at social temperament, which is your surface relationships in your social environment, your work environment. We look at how you demonstrate towards people. And we also look at what you desire back from them towards you. And then in leadership, we look at power, control, and responsibility. Do you prefer to lead people or do you prefer to be led? And then your desired behavior as a leader. Do you want anybody leading you? And then it comes to relationship area, where you're open for close, intimate relationships or you're not open for close, intimate relationships. In your demonstrated behavior in close relationships, do you demonstrate towards other people? And do you want them demonstrating back towards you? Is that what you desire from them? In the WIDP graphic representation, it's important that you understand the numerical value of temperament. On a scale of 0 to 9, the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3 just simply means that you're an introverted individual. And if you number as a 4 or 5, that means that you can simply be an introvert or an extrovert. And if your number is a 6, 7, 8, or 9, that just simply means you're an extrovert. So numbers don't have value, like 0 is not low and 9 is not high. It's just simply where you are on the temperament chart, period. So here's the 5 temperaments on the chart. It goes from 0, 0, clear up to 99 in the right-hand corner. Your numbers are going to fall on this chart somewhere. And we're going to plot your numbers so that you can see where you are on this chart when you get your profile. So plotting your numbers, this individual happens to be socially a 2-7. So we plot them. Their 2-7 happens to fall up in the introverted sanguine quadrant. In leadership, they're a 1-0, which means they're down in the melancholy quadrant, down there in the left-hand corner. And in relationship, they're an 86. So when you get your numbers, you will plot them on the chart, and your chart will look something similar to this. So now looking at WIDP graphed out as a 27-10-86, here we have this individual who is their social area is a 2-7. This is how they graph out on the chart. They demonstrate a 2 socially, and they desire back from an individual towards them a 7. So They're demonstrating two, which is an introverted demonstration. And what they're desiring from you back towards them is an extroverted number, 6, 7, 8, or 9. They're desiring a 7. So when you look at them, they look like an introverted person, but what they want from you is they want you to be personable with them and interact with them. They're an introverted sanguine. They look like they don't want to interact with you, but they really do. In leadership, they're a 1-0, which means they fall on the introverted scale. They're clear down in the left-hand corner of the quadrant, melancholy quadrant. They're introverted. They don't demonstrate that they want a lot of interaction with you, and they don't want you interacting with them. They're the analytical people. In relationship area, 8-6. They demonstrate an 8. They're very, very outgoing, sociable, and they want a 6 back from you. So they're very sociable and orientation to people in social settings. They love people and going being with people and demonstrating towards people and people demonstrating back towards them. That's what the sanguines like. WIDP will already have completed much of your clinical report, and it provides reliable clinical information in these subcategories. We've already expressed that you got the 3 areas of the social needs and desires, leadership needs and desires, and relationship needs and desires. Those 3 areas are further broken down into these subcategories of work orientation, motivation, intellectual orientation, perception of others, perception of self, perception by others, criteria for relationships, emotional orientation, and rejection acceptance profile. Then there is some probable weaknesses and probable strengths of that individual in those areas. That's powerful information that you will have about yourself and other individuals. And all this is provided for you and good for use in filling out all of the reports that you have to file to get additional sessions authorized from insurance companies. It takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to debrief someone on their profile with this information that is provided for you in the WIDP profile. WIDP also meets the psychological testing evaluation qualification requirements for third-party administration, and it's HIPAA compliant. So you can use it for CPT 96130 and CPT 96131, and it's a billable profile. So for all of you clinicians that have licensed and do third-party billing, this is a generator of income for you that's going to increase your revenue on an annual basis tremendously. Every client that walked in your office should be profiled, and you should be submitting for reimbursement for third-party administration under psychological profiling and testing and evaluation. WIDP offers both the Class A, the non-clinical, and the Class C clinical profiles. The Class A non-clinical profile, there's no special qualifications required to purchase this profile. It is available to all youth and adults. Everybody can get the Class A profile. The Class C clinical profile, third-party administration. To purchase the Class C profile, you must have a graduate degree in psychology, education, or closely related field that includes advanced training in the administration and interpretation of psychological tests, or membership in a professional association that requires training and experience in the ethical and competent use of psychological tests, or licensed or certified by an agency which does the same, i.e. Worley's Identity Discovery Profile, Inc., associate, affiliate, or affiliate manager certification. That ends this presentation, and for more information, you can contact Worley's Identity Discovery Profile, WIDP, Inc. You can review our website at www.widp.org, or you can contact us at info@widp.org for registration, products, profiles, or purchase the WIDP system. Thank you for this presentation, and thank you for your attention.